Hello, folks. This is Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. That
is the Dominator.
And we are here with a SmackDown Live from Siououououox Falls? What the hell is it pronounced?
I believe that's pronounced Siououououox Falls.
Close enough.
The P is silent.
No, my P is not silent. Moving on from that.
I believe it's Siououououox Falls.
Siououououox, okay.
If I got it right in the comments, feel free to let me know. If I got it wrong, oh well, I guess it's already recorded on the interwebs.
I thought it was like Skynet, is what I thought you were going to go with.
Skynet Falls.
It has become...
Oh, joy!
Become self-aware. It was nice, cool pre-matchup promos between Orton and Jinder, except Orton was like, I'm ready to strike on another man.
I have no charisma. I can't speak English because of the freaking accent they told me to use.
So what about Nakamura?
Oh, Nakamura, he was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. Yes. So you had Shane and Owens with Copter Talk, and then they brawled, and then Shane beat up Owens and said, maybe you should have died in that copter crash. Wow, it was a lot of stuff.
You got that promotion all the way mixed around.
Up. The whole point
It all started only what seemed like a few hours ago.
Kevin Owens, trying to irritate Shane, came in acting like he was going to be the referee for Carmella's match. Shane intervened and said no. And after some words were shared...
The kids were brought up.
Yes, you never bring up a man's kids.
You don't.
You don't bring up a mom's kids either.
What does that make Jenner?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on.
To my favorite mom, Dad. That's mean.
That was a bad transition.
Anyway, back on subject. Kevin Owens says, I wish you had... I bet they'd be better off if you had died in that helicopter crash. Little does Kevin Owens know! Shane McMahon doesn't play by human rules.
He does not.
For he is a McMahon, and fuck gravity. It's not in the script.
I mean, and if it is, well, he'll just defy gravity because that's what he does. They brawled. Shane kept fisting and fisting and fisting Owens while other people watched.
You really just love saying that, don't you?
I do. It says a lot about me.
I'm classy. He's crassy.
Yes.
Somewhere in Everett, there's Cassie.
I mean, she could have been right here. She was behind the couch. We couldn't see her. I mean, it's true. Anyway, so we're gonna have a match at Hell in a Cell, aren't we?
Probably.
I don't want to see Shane in the ring anymore.
Yeah, but you're going to.
I know.
We'll probably still see Vince in the ring at some point. Be like 90 fucking years old and be like,
no,
I can't walk with a walker and do my usual walk, damn it.
No chance. That's what.
No chance in hell.
Dentures fall out. Okay, so it was a good opening segment. I mean, don't get me wrong, but then you had Natty and Carmella come out. Hey, follow that, and yeah, that was kind of mean to the women.
Yeah,
but it was a fine match,
and they did follow through with something.
They did, because Ellsworth at one point stated his case, however brief it was, and it fell into the ring. And then Carmella got pissed, and Natty beat her. Then Ellsworth and Carmella...
Later on.
Yeah, well, Carmella basically just threw him under the bus. And, well, there was that.
Maybe you can find your chin while you're down there. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
We like Ellsworth.
Yeah.
We do. We just think you're being misused. Or maybe you're being used fine. Who knows?
You put him in 205 Live.
Against Enzo.
I would cheer for Ellsworth.
The loser's title, and it's just made out of the old WCPW, like, cardboard belt.
And no, anyway. Well, Carmella basically said everything reasonable. Like, she got her briefcase. She doesn't need Ellsworth.
Yeah.
So one of two things is going to happen. Even with what happened later in the night. It's going to be a ruse. And they're going to get back together. Never, ever getting back together. Or Ellsworth's going to cost her the briefcase. The chance to cash it in. Going to cost her a cash in because we need that happening on SmackDown. Again.
Or she goes, cash it in, cash it in, cash it in. And he just looks at the briefcase and then he's like...
Throws it into the crowd. That'd be a good idea.
That'd be a very bad idea.
Yes. Time for another good idea, bad idea.
He just walks away from the ring. Like, he walks, he waves, just keeps walking.
I like that. Ziggler impersonated people.
Yay!
And he had him impersonate a guy we couldn't see, a guy who's dead, and he impersonated Cena, Savage, and then he impersonated Naomi. Vince would have put him in blackface if he wanted to. I'm just saying he would have done it. I'm not saying he should have.
You're not wrong, but that's wrong.
I know that it's wrong. I didn't say it should happen. But I guess Ziggler is doing he's doing more than he did with Emelina.
Yeah.
But this is going to lead to him and Rude having a feud. That's where they're going with it. And then Ziggler may be done after that, which, fine. I mean, they aren't going to use him any better. He hit his ceiling, got a concussion, and then, lost the title.
Yeah.
It'll be... it's fine. Ziggler tries his best, but it's done. The bloom has been off the rose. Beast is going to stay a beast forever. Bell doesn't love him anymore. And I'm butchering Beauty and the Beast horribly.
Yeah.
Moving on from that. You had English versus Zayn.
Again.
Hooray, and poor Sammy. I had a feeling English...
Welcome to the world's most talented jobber.
And Sammy actually has, a decent winning percentage on the main roster because people actually bother to look at that stuff. Because people care that much about, a sport.
But do you think Sammy's okay with this?
No.
Constantly getting the short end of the proverbial stick?
I wouldn't be. If he does not ask to be released from his contract soon, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, he can make money in Japan. He makes money in Ring of Honor. He could definitely make money in Japan, though. You're telling me Sami Zayn being back to El Generico or whatever he was, or even just being unmasked, you're telling me he could make money? He could. I hope that WWE realizes what they have with him and stops pushing another talentless hack as champion. I'm not talking about trying to push Reigns as champion.
He has at least some semblance of talent.
Hidden in his hair grease.
Yeah. Why is my hair wet? Why is my hair always wet? Asked Roman Reigns to himself, alone in the locker room.
In bed. And often. In the gym.
She's also in the locker room. Anyway, moving
on. English one, he has a weird theme. A weird new theme. It's like if you're strangling an opera singer. Benoit's back. Anyway,
God damn it.
Usos. You knew I was going to say that too. Anyway, Usos versus New Day next week, and they
I don't, because we don't have a script.
We have cliff notes. We literally have notes. That's it. That's all.
Some of these jokes we just come up with on the fly.
Yeah, I might be. That's
disgusting.
Bad. Yes, no, might and fly meme. Anyway, Usos and New Day in a Las Vegas street fight. I thought it was going to be a Las Vegas street fight. Meryl Streep as a referee would be funny. Tell me that wouldn't be funny.
She's very talented. She could do it.
She is. That's next week, where they're going to be in Vegas. It's a real gamble to go to Vegas. Brian and Shane. Shane done got suspended.
Indefinitely.
Ineffectively suspended.
Next week, he'll be back.
Probably. He'll be back because Owens will try to take over the show because that's what he said he was going to do.
Oh, wow.
But we will get to that in a minute. If this means Brian's going to run the show by himself for a bit, I have no issue with that because it's kind of pointless to have the GM.
GMs?
Yeah, the GM and the person
Things are
running
working
it.
just fine on Raw with Kurt.
They're going to bring Stephanie back soon.
God, I know. And it's going to be terrible.
And we're going to give Raws like D's at the most, which is basically what Stephanie had before she had the implants taken out.
That's what Triple H gives her.
Time to play the D game. And, of course, Jinder, backstage.
Those kids have a terrific pedigree.
Yes, they do. Hopefully don't take as much HGH as their father did. Yeah. Of course, Jinder, backstage, speaking in my language of Punjabi.
My language of Calgary.
Dramatic pause, Alberta, Canada. Yeah. Lance Storm. No, we had Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Styles on commentary. It wasn't bad.
Quality match.
It was a quality match. Not quality hair from Corbin.
Yeah. Ty Dillinger looks like an actual threat. It wasn't a squash match.
No. Like they did last week.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, Corbin's not bad in the ring.
Yeah.
They shouldn't give him the U.S. title.
No.
They will,
Yeah.
because it's a bad idea.
Leading to Ty Dillinger feuding with Baron Corbin.
And hopefully winning.
Someone over with the crowd versus someone
Who exists.
Yeah.
And Corbin isn't horrible.
He's got his fans. Baron has his fans, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But he's not there yet. I mean, maybe a mid-tier championship run might help his, in-ring skills, since he'll need to be the center of attention on it.
Can it help his promos?
It could. Experience helps. I mean, look at... Yeah.
No, Jinder's not working. I like your idea, though.
Yeah.
But Styles offered Ty a match next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I think it'll be good.
Yes.
Corbin's going to attack Ty backstage. We're not going to get that match, probably.
No.
Yes. Then, of course, Ellsworth apologizing to Carmella, and then she kisses him and slaps him.
And Ellsworth had that look on his face of, I have the most confused erection right now.
That is exactly how women treated me, just with a lot more slapping.
They had the most confused erection right now?
No. I badly timed that joke.
Yes, you did.
No, they just did. They didn't bother doing any kissing. It was just a slapping. I'm not very good at dating. At all.
Well, you're a little bit better than I am.
Oh, just you wait, my friend. Moving on from that. Nakamura and Orton. It was decent.
Yeah.
I can't say... I'm sorry. For people calling it... It was a dream match. It was great. It wasn't 5 stars. No, it wasn't. Was it horrible? No. Was it decent?
But
Yes.
when I make a joke before the match even begins, and now it's going to take 4 minutes for Orton to reach the ring, and 4 fucking minutes later, he's in the ring.
And the bell rings. And
Orton isn't slow and methodical. He's just slow.
his sperm viper takes a bit to get going.
Gotta go fast.
The Sanic edition of Orton. It would be normal speed for
You're
us
too
all.
slow.
So, Nakamura.
Shinsuke the Hedgehog. Oh God, DeviantArt's on that already.
That has to.
It's a terrifying place on the internet.
The Kinshasa and rings pop out.
The Chin Salsa.
But Nakamura.
And now you can't unhear it.
No, never.
Also, Kinshasa is a location in Africa.
Serious?
Yes.
Wow.
It is Japanese, but it's also a location, name of a place in Africa.
BillyWitchDoctor.com, one convenient location
The
in
more
Africa.
you know.
Yes. Nakamura defeated Orton, though. Nakamura had to win.
Yeah.
And, of course, there was Jinder up in his pajama suit.
Oh, God.
Whatever the hell that was.
What was that?
You could play checkers, the most boring game of checkers on his freaking suit.
You'd actually have a Canadian say "eh" if they saw that, like, "eh?"
I mean, it was pretty bad. It's not working. I don't care where Jinder comes from. You guys are going to feed Nakamura to him. Nakamura's going to beat him.
Verily.
I hope so. But you know what's really going to happen? Jinder's going to beat him at Hell in a Cell. And here's why that's going to happen. Because if rumors are true, they might want to have Jinder hold it till Mania 34. Yep. Pretty much. Take the WWE title and throw it in the trash if you keep it on Jinder any longer. I know it's an entertainment product, but seriously.
And he's supposed to be a heel. But he's not a very good heel. There are good heels. There's Kevin Owens.
Cesaro, Sheamus.
There's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I'm just trying to come up with other ones. But yeah, Owens would be the benchmark.
He's a great heel.
Neville's a great heel. Enzo's a heel, even though they cheer him like a babyface. He's a fucking heel.
Oh, and you can see it. He's in that turn.
Yeah. He's basically been a heel, but...
He'd been turned.
Yeah.
Fuck that means.
I don't know what that means. You had to tell me what Deets means recently.
I'm hip with the lingo, ladies and gentlemen.
But Nakamura won, and then Vince is going to
Observe at this very moment, the funk doth be thine brethren.
Vince is going to appear next week.
Yes.
Speaking of the jokes we said about Vince, hey, you know what? If Vince addresses the whole thing, he'll congratulate Kevin Owens for what he did with Shane.
Remember,
Yeah?
Daniel didn't say Vince McMahon.
Actually, he did.
He said Mr. McMahon.
He did say, oh, God. That's going to be heel Mr. McMahon. Yeah. So there we go. That'll be fun, though.
Of course, I could be reading too much into it.
I mean,
Ding, 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 ding.
yes. Should C for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Jinder's going to bring any show down that he's on.
It was average. Had good matches in it, but it just seemed a little
lacking.
Yeah.
And now
had a lot, but not a lot.
If
that makes absolutely no sense, you're about where we are.
Pretty much. This is where WWE TV is going to hit the lull period.
Although, admittedly, I'd say C+.
You'll say C+? Okay. I'm still going to say C because Nakamura winning was the right call, but again, Jinder's going to bring anything down. And Zayn losing.
They treat him like a bigger deal than he is.
They treat Zayn or they treat Jinder?
Jinder.
Jinder's veins are a big deal. That's it.
His veins have veins, and those veins have muscles. I've never seen someone flex a vein before.
Scott Steiner.
He is a vein.
This is true. So I'll say C. You'll say C+. 205 Live. TJP versus Daivari. It was decent. Rich Swann on commentary.
Working a good story in.
Working a very good story. Vic Joseph having to stare at Swann's ass.
Yep.
Nigel McGuinness on commentary. That's great. And Graves
Welcome to the crowd.
Yes. And Graves on commentary on SmackDown, replacing JBL.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay. It was a decent match. I mean, TJP, of course, hitting a detonation kick on Arab guy because Vince hates, Vince just hates that.
You don't fuck with a Filipino in a fight.
I didn't say you did. I mean, don't fuck with the Filipino.
We go freaking crazy, man.
Do the women go really crazy?
Always.
Okay. Moving on from that.
That's why there's a bunch of half-breeds around.
It sounds like such a medieval thing or medieval fantasy.
Filthy half-breed.
That's just exactly what it sounds like.
Look at you, half Filipino, half give me a moment.
You were doing Frieza for a second.
No, that would be this voice.
Oh, you really are crying.
Like a bitch.
TJP wins, like you said, told a good story. I liked it. Then Gulak versus Tozawa. It was decent.
Yeah.
Gulak really is just he's a perfect heel for it because he brings up the reasonable points about doing the high spots and all that.
Yep.
And how they could cost you. And he came up with his points to make 205 Live better and said no moves up the top rope. And he was goddamn Bill Watts from 1992 WCW. And if you don't know what that is, friggin' just look it up on YouTube. Bill Watts is intelligent, but Bill Watts is stuck in his ways. Huh, who does that sound like now? Vince. Anyway. Yeah. It was decent. It was a decent match for what it was, involving the two guys with no story. So.
Yeah.
And then we had the 5-way match that I think people forgot was a goddamn 5-way match. 5-way elimination match, at least for a while. Now, let's talk about who was in it. Tony Nese, Cedric Alexander, Brian Kendrick, Grand Metalik, and Enzo.
4 very terrific wrestlers.
And then
performers.
And then
athletes. Cedric Alexander conquers
everybody.
All of the above. And then there's Amore.
Rolls him up, uses the tights.
Yeah. He'll win. I want to see where this all leads, because it's making you hate Enzo, and he knows how to get people to hate him.
Both in and outside the ring.
I know you're playing me, but you can fuck right off. Honestly, Cedric Alexander is probably going to be the next to be pushed, given how they're treating him.
He really should be. I mean, he had such a great show in there.
The way that they're treating him,
yeah,
he looks to be the next person who's going to be in the up and running for the championship after Enzo Adorque.
Yes, I like that. I like Enzo Adorque. Yeah, I mean, you took everybody out, and for a while there were no eliminations, and then Nese, and then Metalik, then Kendrick, and then after Alexander was weakened, and after Enzo had been thrown over the table and the chair had decided to no sell and fall on Enzo, yeah, then you had Enzo roll up Alexander. Let the record show that Enzo pinned Cedric Alexander. This is disgusting.
Have that on your record. It's like losing at Ellsworth.
Styles did, even
I
if it was
know.
by fluke. That was ridiculous. But it turned into something good.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a pretty good addition to 205 Live. I'll say B-.
I'll give it a B.
You'll give it a
I'm
B?
feeling positive today.
Okay.
Despite all of the ash and the incoming wildfires, I think we should be fine.
Yeah, true. And everybody be safe. I mean, we're really sorry.
Yeah.
for
If you're in the
everybody
path of the hurricane and your local government says, get the fuck out of Dodge, please get the fuck out of Dodge for your own safety.
here. Please.
Take pictures of all your stuff before you leave,
'Cause the
but get out of there.
The insurance companies are a bitch.
Yeah.
But everybody stay safe. I'll say B- only because a couple of the matches, I mean, yeah, there was a good story in the first one.
A couple of the matches is 2/3 of the show.
I know, but what I was saying is TJP versus Daivari did have a good story to
Yeah.
it. Gulak versus Sawa, not really. And not that it was bad. But
It's part of the ongoing story with Gulak, though.
facing all these high flyers.
Exactly.
And it makes sense.
It doesn't need a story because there's already one there.
True enough. It was better, don't get me wrong, this was better in SmackDown. And that 5-way was really fun in spite of Enzo winning.
Yeah.
So, that's what we gotta say. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think that looks like a shark mouth behind me? Up there. Anyway, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Twitter link is in the description. The thumbnail from this guy is in the description. So, it's been Real Honesty with Jarmuth. I'm Jarmuth. That
Who's the Dubinator?
And I want to say one more thing before we go. No more political video rants unless something major happens. Let's stick to the wrestling, folks.
Bakario.